Hello everyone, so today I'm going to be watching Underrail Expedition Review Subterranean Loading Screen Simulator. What the fuck, trademark? By SsethTzeentach. SsethTzeentach. Okay, there we go. Nailed it. Let's check it out. What the fuck is this?
Are you tired of breathing fresh air and enjoying the sunshine? Do you suffer from agoraphobia and hate open spaces? Then why not take a trip down to Underrail? Much like its predecessor, Undertale, this game takes place underground, where humanity exists in a desperate struggle to survive after the surface was nuked by the major megacorporations of the old world into nothing but radioactive ash. Meet the locals, who are either unhinged, unstable, or just unsocial. Meet the friendly wildlife, which include but are not limited to refrigerators, which no longer friendly wildlife.
This guy, it's like a water
which
dragon.
Include but are not limited to refrigerators, which no longer hold food. Instead, they hold giant crustaceans lying in wait. Beetles, which now have a frontal cortex larger than most humans, which they use to cook you alive. And cave crawlers, which hide on the ceiling and inject your muscles with a paralyzing venom so they can drop down and suck out your insides like a fly. If that doesn't already sound like a great time, why not hop on down to the city, one of the last few remaining bastions of human civilization. And that's not all. We boast one of the highest murder rates per capita in recorded history. You're guaranteed to be murder rates per capita.
Murder was the case. It is by highest number of murder per capita. What? What? Core city? Okay, I mean, it makes sense.
History. You're guaranteed
like
to be shot, mugged, or drugged within the first 24 hours or your money back. So don't wait up. Sign up now and get dominated like the pipe worker you are in the best dystopian hellscape on the market today. Underrail is an underground cave fishing simulator with elements of jet ski surfing. It came out at the end of 2015 and it's probably the closest thing to a spiritual successor of Fallout.
I hate the aesthetics though, like it's like a bit too I assume it's turn-based, right?
Closest thing to a spiritual successor of Fallout 1 and 2. It's a turn-based CRPG developed by the Serbians, and as with anything that closest thing to with elements of
this is too impactful.
Jet ski surfing. It came out at the end of 2015 and it's probably the closest thing to a spiritual successor of Fallout 1 and 2. It's a turn-based CRPG developed by the Serbians, and as with anything that comes from former Yugoslavia, it's absolutely brutal, unforgiving, and brilliant. So why cover it now? Because it also recently got an expansion, Underrail Expedition. Stig generously gave me a copy, so I thought, hey, how long could this possibly take? 1 week and 60 hours.
Holy shit! Okay, Jesus Christ.
Later, I finished it. Not the main plot, not
just
the main story, just the expansion. This game is huge. Let's begin. Story. You play as some schmuck with no real ties or background. However, you've been recently accepted as a citizen of Southgate Station, one of the more civilized places in this world. Now, it falls onto you to make sure your new home has a future. And that's it. No great calamity, no great disaster. We're already living in disaster, but we're trying to make the best of it. Good luck out there. You'll need it. Gameplay. Survival is your primary objective. Quests and missions get you paid, but they're always secondary to preserving your own skin. Before you start, you need to make a character, pick an avatar, and then you need to make the difficult choice between Oddity XP and Classic XP.
Excuse me, what the fuck is the difference? Oddities,
XP and
killing, I mean, Classic
XP. Experts are divided on opinion, so I'll help you make your choice. With Classic XP, you gain experience from committing murder, and you're gonna commit a lot of murder. With Oddity XP, you don't. You gain experience from dumpster diving, finding old pieces of gum, and looking at shopping receipts. Objectively, Oddity XP is far more realistic, since going through garbage cans and stealing copper wire is how most crackheads level up in real life. It's an experience.
Why you had to put Dave Chappelle on that?
Stealing
Come
copper
on,
wire
man.
is how most crackheads level up in
This is
real
so
life.
fucked
It's an
up.
experience, and after you experience it once, you'll never want to experience it ever again. Also, don't touch the difficulty. Moving on, you've got skills, perks, and attributes. These are all quite interesting, but I'm not going to
Like
explain
Project
them. You
Zomboid.
can't be
I
good
love
at
it.
everything. And when
True.
logic and reason fails, the only answer you can give is extreme violence. This game doesn't fuck around, and if your build sucks, you're gonna have a bad time. So I strongly recommend you take one of my builds, or builds that I stole from the forum.
Nah.
Doesn't matter which one, they're all pretty good.
If you don't freeball like build for a single player RPG game, you're not living life. Just give in to your own desires, whatever you want to play it. What's the point of like min-maxing on a fucking like going to get the best build to play on a fucking RPG single player? Do it your way, man.
Combat is a big chunk of the game. Everything is turn-based, so you have to make your actions count, since very often you're outmatched, outnumbered, and outgunned. But unlike your enemies, you're capable of thinking for yourself, and despite the odds, you're very capable of dealing with almost every situation.
Everything
so
seems to be
prepared
killing you.
and you'll live a long life. Guns, melee weaponry, traps, grenades, improvised tasers, and live a long life. Guns, melee weaponry, traps.
I mean, I know both of those traps. I mean, we have Felix and we have oh wait, I don't remember the name of the pink one. But I've seen some edge things.
Grenades, improvised tasers, and crossbows are just some of the tools available to you. If that sounds kinda gay, you can just punch the meat off everything instead. Not only that, but your character also has the
Melee.
potential to harness
Jesus.
their psionic energy. What's that, you ask? It's actually a very recent mutation, which lets humans and other wildlife use magic. And it lets you cook people alive, fry their brains, or strangle them with their own shadow. Why? I don't know. Because Underrail takes place
What?
in the Harry Potter universe, but instead of wands, you've got implants you inject into your brain, so
Oh,
you can
cyberpunk!
abuse muggles with your mind magic. Thanks, J.K. Rowling. Of course, we can't talk combat without talking about crafting. In most games, crafting is entirely optional. In Underrail, crafting is the difference between life
Jesus.
and death. For
This is
example,
all
a
Korean shit
machine
in
gun,
this.
as you may know, is very painful. A single burst at point blank might even zone you out. So what do? We make a tactical vest and shove inside some Kevlar plates. Good work. Now we don't actually die immediately. So the enemy throws a grenade instead and shreds your internal organs. You're dead. Your money is now being used on the streets to buy both types of crack rocks and crack whores. How do we prevent this? By
It's going too fast.
and
Killer
crack
your eyes,
whores.
man. Just $5, man. Don't be. Oh my god! What the fuck? What the fuck, bro?
How do we prevent this? By getting a shield, not the Roman kind, the
This is too
energy
good.
kind. The kind which has different frequency bands and involves a lot of money. The impact velocity of a grenade, extremely high, so we build a high frequency shield. Bullets don't leave a scratch. Grenades, a mild breeze. But a sledgehammer? Yeah, that's still bad for your spine. Also, your shield isn't
What
gonna
the
stop shit,
fuck?
so you die anyway, and your body participates in the free market. Reload and try again. You get the gist of it. Underrail's combat is a massive game of rock, paper, shotgun, which
RNG
coincidentally
shit.
gave
Fuck.
this game a very bad review because they're not very good at their job. If we go a little further, here's a little taste.
Remember? Oh my god. Oh, this reminds me. When there is like a hard game, people usually you need a good reviewer on that shit. Sites need to be careful with this. Remember, what was it? Cuphead? Goddamn. I still remember that review. One of the funniest, most disappointing things I've seen.
Of what you
Holy
can do.
shit.
Traps are incredibly lethal.
That was amazing
so my
game.
current character frequently breaks the Geneva Convention by making improvised chemical bombs that digest and melt people's skin off. Since he's good at chemistry, he can spike grenades with RDX, which can
What's up with
depopulate
this
entire
fascination
roofs.
with crack? Like, everywhere I see. It's like
For
crack
anything
everywhere.
that doesn't die instantly, we torch the room instead with magnesium. Magnesium burns hotter than petrol, fills the room with screaming charred bodies, and as an added bonus, even burns underwater. The crafting system is so damn good, it even inspired me to start crafting in real life. Now, while this sounds like the beginning of a manifesto, it's actually incredibly fun. The amount of creativity and options make each playthrough very entertaining. Aside from combat, there's no such thing as quest markers, just directions, so you'll have to learn and navigate the underground yourself. That's no easy task, and it's very easy to get lost, which is why Stig made a world map to help you orient yourself. It's very handy. As strange as it sounds, there's actually zero reason for you to explore.
Okay, wait. I kind of understand now why he has such a, like, he spent 60 hours in this. I mean, you can spend way more if you have to reroll a character every time you die. Like, that's fucking insane.
Or the places you have to be, the places you want to be are easy to find. Any place off a beaten path is a place you don't want to be. Here's an example. There's nothing there. At least, nothing good. Just a lot of pain, a lot of venom, and a lot of antidotes you have to burn through for absolutely no reward. The caves are just that. Caves. What
so
did you
the game
expect?
punishes you for exploring.
The caves suck. Don't go there. Also, they remind me a lot of my own apartment. The ceiling recently fell off because of flooding. Did they repair it? No, they just stuffed it with cotton. And everybody pretends we don't have a problem. But at night, we can hear it. I can hear it. Scraping about and gnawing on the pipes. We've got a hobbit living in the crawl space. And it's hungry. This isn't a cry for help. I just wanted to explain my life situation. Anyways, I just leave it some chicken bones or whatever. Usually, he's pretty happy with that. There's not too many quests in this game, but most of them are quite long, and usually have multiple ways to solve them. For example, there's one quest where you have to investigate the serial murders taking place in town. After counting the possibilities, there's 5 different ways to solve it. In one of them, you can discover the bodies, download the serial killer's documents as proof of their guilt, and turn them into the authorities. The other 4 involve you being a dumbass and getting drugged by the serial killer. They strip you of your belongings, push you down a shaft, naked and defenseless, into their murder bunker. If you're too slow, they'll walk down and cut you to pieces. If you aren't, you can grab a flashbang, stun them, and crawl into the ventilation system. Once inside, you can either lockpick the safe on their weapons locker and gun them down, put together a weapon to defend yourself, pull apart the fuse box and electrocute them, or hack the bunker's defense systems to gun them down remotely.
This is so fucking diverse. Oh my god, there's so many ways you can just do one quest.
That's just a small optional side quest. Another.
I don't know if a game has this many choices about an approach to a very, like, chill quest.
Has you following the visions of some stoner at the bar. Help him out, and you'll find out he's not just some random stoner. He's actually an incredibly powerful being that can walk through holes in reality, and he uses this incredible power to steal hallucinogenic mushrooms from the general public. Sometimes, though, his visions aren't exactly accurate, and he does tend to screw up. This includes forgetting about the mutants he locked in his kitchen before he got high, forgetting about the cats he overcharged in his basement, and forgetting about rift walking health and safety when he teleports you both inside some Slavic military base in the middle of nowhere. He's a great guy, or should I say, a cool dude.
Holy shit! Wait, what? Okay, I need to know, what is the plot after that? What is the plot after you go into, like, a Slavic military base? Is there, like, plot beyond that? Like, can you explore that place and, like, go into a Slavic apocalypse version of this? What the fuck?
This game's got amazing quest design, and if you want more evidence of that, there's another quest which asks you to track down and kill some gigantic savage living among the rat hounds, the self-proclaimed king of the rat hounds. Once there, if you're charismatic enough, he might offer you an alternative. You see, the king of the rat hounds has no queen, so you can go off and kidnap some guy's wife. Why? I don't know. That's not important. What's important is that you can provide some crazy caveman breeding material and ruin some woman's life just to see what happens.
What the fuck? Okay, this is probably one of the weirdest, most amazing quest lines I've seen in anything. What?
Dialogue is also very well written and doesn't drag on. The music and the atmosphere are absolutely perfect. Wherever you are, you feel it. Wherever you are, you're immersed. It's like I'm actually inside an underground ghetto where everyone is either high off their balls from barrel soup or watching live-action blood sports on a TV. Underrail is not a game you play once. I'm not biased. I'm just trying to justify my 200-hour playtime. Expansion. So, what about the expansion? The expansion itself is new content.
I was looking for a game to play like this, like hours upon hours without needing to mine to everything. This seems like a very perfect, good, like, time sink. I was playing mostly tower defense games because they're mindless and you can just enjoy them, but this might be my game.
You can access around mid-game like once you get to Core City. You get hired as a mercenary contractor to defend and assist an expedition into a region no one dares enter, the Black Sea. What's out there? Death, ruins, pirates. And even worse, for some reason, your arrival has really pissed off the Icelandic natives. And let me tell you, there's a lot of them. There's so many of them that it's only a matter of time before they overrun you. No pressure. This expedition was doomed from the start. You also get some sick jet skis and jet ski combat, where you throw surfer dude bro pirates off their skis and watch them drown in the abyss. In Underrail, nobody knows how to swim. And there's a lot of designs. You can buy anything from the boomer core blazer, the shark with built-in torpedo system, miniature naval tank devastator, which is quite self-explanatory and very much lives up to its name. Jet ski surfing is the main way to get around an expedition, and there's some memorable locations. Old facilities filled with malfunctioning AI, eldritch abominations, and tribal burial grounds where you can spend half an hour pulling bodies out of swamp juice. The expansion dialogue is also amazing. You can spend half an hour deciphering native language and debating philosophy with the elderly. In general, this expansion is amazing. But I never mentioned, why are you here? What exactly are you looking for? And more importantly, why won't anyone tell you? Those are answers you can only find for yourself. And once you find what you're looking for, you should ask yourself a question. Should I bring it back? Or was it buried for a reason? Criticism. Originally, I had some bad things to say as well. But you know what? I don't care anymore, because the expansion broke me. So if my voice betrays any hint of emotion, that's because I don't handle existentialism very well. And when a man starts to question everything, you might not like the answers you find. Final score. I came for a post-apocalypse CRPG. Instead, I got an exploration of a human condition, of you, me, and this entire species, what drives us, and more importantly, where our species is heading if we're not
meaning
careful.
Of life?
Also, Taoist philosophy. It's a great game, it's a difficult game, and it's not for everyone. But if you've got the time and patience, it's a very transcendental experience. That is, if you can look past the bad and forgive the tedious. I give it a completely arbitrary score. You can grab a copy of a game and the expansion on Steam or GOG. And if Stig actually followed my advice, it's probably on sale already. As always, more content to come, so stay tuned. I might disappear for a little while, since I forgot what outside looks like. I heard it's quite bright out there. A warm thanks to the many members of a Merchants Guild, generously funding and bankrolling these videos, despite their lack of any kind of real value. You're all truly wonderful. Have a good one.
Okay. Holy shit. Oh my god, there's so many of them. Brilliant job. Seth. I can't read that name again, probably. What was that name? Let me try to see the name again. Oh my god, this is holy shit, still at B. This keeps going. SsethTzeentach. SsethTzeentach. Okay, there we go. Oh my god, I need to put this on a Google Translate and see what it says. Translate. What? How do you even write that? Okay. Copy.
SsethTzeentach.
Oh, SsethTzeentach. Okay, SsethTzeentach.
SsethTzeentach.
Brilliant, brilliant. Okay, but yeah, thanks for watching. I mean, this is going to keep going. It's still at G. Like, there's so many people. Look, it's still going. Like, it's gonna keep going. Let's move it forward a bit. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. And of course, shout out to SsethTzeentach. And yeah, see you all later. For now, bye.